Okay, so hi guys. My name, for those that don't know me, is Danielle Janiszewski. I am a triple diamond leader and I live in Arizona. And I actually met Amanda on the cruise. And then, of course, we both live in Arizona. So we kind of connected that way and have stayed in touch. We actually just did a One Team One Mission together. So that really kind of brought us even that much closer. So I absolutely adore Amanda.
Oh,
Super sweet, absolutely love her to death. And she is a rock star. So I would try to tell them how many customers you've enrolled this month, but something tells me you've surpassed that goal. So what are you at now?
I'm at 86
Oh
today.
my God. You are amazing.
Thanks. I don't even know, I'm hoping I can bring value to you guys and hopefully I can bring something to you guys because I don't even know. Like, I'm even shocked myself. I'm like, holy cow.
Well, and you're so cute because you're so humble. And I had read something that you wrote in one of our leaders' pages or whatever, and you were like, honestly, I'm not doing anything that much different. And I was like, come on, she's got to be doing something different. But after reading that, I even took a step back and went, okay, it's not like she's got this little secret. And sometimes when people are rock star enrollers like that or rock star leaders, like everyone thinks, what's their secret? Like, what are they doing that's working? And I went, you had said something else about it. And you had said that you're literally following up with everybody. And the thing with Amanda that I personally see and that I look up to her with is she is the most consistent person ever. And something that I even, gosh, when I was 7, 8, 9 months pregnant, and I was like, oh my God, I just could watch her all day. She does live videos and she rocks them. And I love live videos, but when I'm 7, 8 months pregnant, like I'm like not ready to like just hop on one every single day. But so basically what I wanted to do is I had asked Amanda if we could, hey, leave him alone, go. Bailey, go. He doesn't like the dogs bugging him. So I had asked Amanda if she could maybe just share some tips and tricks with my team, and we have another team on here as well. So that's kind of what I was going to give Amanda the floor and let her kind of share what she's done this month. And it doesn't have to be anything that she's done differently, but like what system is she using or what is – guys, I saw she wrote somewhere that she messages 200 people a day. That is rock star status. Okay. So if you're going to message 200 people a day, you've got to have a really big market and you've got to have a lot of potentials to follow up with. So just kind of keep that in mind as we're going through this, that Amanda's been in this business how many years?
For 4 years.
Okay. So she's been working on building her network for 4 years, as have I, since I've been in 4 years. So Amanda, do you want to maybe start with your story and then maybe you can kind of go from there? And guys, anybody else, go ahead and put questions in the comments section, but I'm going to mute myself just because she's a little fussy.
Okay. Well, thanks for that sweet introduction. I'm blushing over here. And I'm sorry for you guys because I've been sick and so I sound congested. So just bear with me. But I'm excited to be on here with you guys and just kind of hopefully I can bring some value to you all and just hope that, you know, these tips that I give you can just end your month strong and go into 2018 just super strong. So like Danielle said, I've been in this business for 4 years and I started this business. I worked full-time as a dental hygienist. And I was like one of those people I was just like, I just want to make like a couple $100 extra a month to work, maybe like one less day. I really struggled with going to work because I had a 2-year-old at the time and I felt like I was missing out on so much. And so that's really why I got into this business. And as soon as I got in, I kind of just started plugging myself into things. And I started to see the potential of this business. I started to see other people making amazing income, retiring from their careers, or, you know, making even beyond what they did in their, you know, their previous pay, and like just saw such inspiration. And so I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm selling myself short. Like, why do I only want $200 in this business? Like, that's just crazy. All these other people are now stay-at-home moms, or they're paying off their debt, or they're, they don't have any more student loans because they're, because of this business. And so I'm like, I'm totally selling myself short. And so at the time, you guys, I had $100,000 in student loans too. So that is why I had to go to work, because pretty much to pay off my student loans, or to pay my student loan bill. So anyways, I just jumped in, and within 3 months I went diamond, and then about 2.5 months later I went double diamond. And I was making, in about 6 months, I was making more with this business than I did with dental hygiene. And so I was like on top of the world. Like I was like, oh my gosh, how can I make, more with this business than a career that I went for 5 years, and I got $100,000 in student loans with? Like, how am I making more with this $99 business? And so I realized at that time that God didn't put me in this business for me to work a little bit less, or to, even, just, do the bare minimum of this business. Like, God put me in this business so that I can help other people change their lives, who I can help other people, feel good and look good and be comfortable in their skin and healthy, and also financial freedom. And so as soon as my mindset started to change, I realized like, this business is not about me at all. And then my business just really took off. And I went triple, and now I'm here. And so this business, you guys, like, you guys are on this Zoom, like, you guys are dedicating your time to, for your business. And I always said, like, when I worked full time, I didn't have, we are all such busy people. Like, we don't have all that extra time, but if we want something to work, we make the time for it. If we want to be healthy and fit, we make time to go to the gym. If we want a good, healthy relationship with our spouse, we make time for our spouse. Same with this business. If you want your business to work, you fit it into your schedule and you make it work. And that's just what I did. I woke up earlier on, before I went to work, and I stayed up later before I went to, after all my kids went to bed and my husband went to bed, I stayed up later to work this business. And today, you guys, I do the same exact thing. I wake up way earlier than any of my family, except my husband. He's an early bird, so that I can get my stuff done. And at nighttime, I go to bed probably, 11:30, 12 o'clock. I go to bed and I wake up at 5 o'clock. So I sacrifice sleep for this business. And the reason is because that my little sleep is so much smaller than what this business does for my family and what it does for other people. And so that's what I sacrifice. So if you guys are working or not working, we are busy people, but if you want this to work, you fit it into your schedule and you make it work. So that's a little bit of my story and kind of how I got started. And I'm definitely a lifer. I love these products. I think that we have the best products out of any company in this entire universe. And I love our company. We are very blessed to be in this company. So that's my story.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing your story. Hey, will you touch on so the type of person that you were before? So you were a shy person. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So, okay. So
yeah.
I feel like I've heard before from my team, I just don't know if I can do this because of my personality. I'm just not the type of person. Like, Danielle, you get out there and you do live videos, and Danielle, you're very outgoing, and, so it's hard for me to relate to them because I'm not a quiet, shy person. So can you maybe share how you stepped out of your comfort zone type of thing?
Yeah. So I think I'm more of like an introvert. Once you get to know me, then I'm more comfortable and I can be my crazy self. But like right now, like I'm nervous with you guys because I don't know like half of you guys, but that's just how I am at first. And I'm still like that. But I was a lot more like introverted when I first started this business. And I was like, I'm never going to do a party. Like, I'm not going to, like when I went to my first one team, one mission, I was like, that is so amazing that they can go up there and talk. Like, there's no way I could do that. Danielle and I just did our first one in August. Was it August? Yeah. So, this business, I feel like it is literally, it helps you grow as a person so much. Yes, we get paid in this business, but also it is so just personal growth, it is just incredible. And so I feel like this business has made me become more outgoing. It's made me be able to want to be the best version of myself and be able to get out there and speak my mind and my, you know, my voice for other people. And so, and the reason I've been able to do that is literally self-development. I didn't even know what self-development was or personal growth was, like, before I got into this business. And once I got in, I was like, when somebody was like, do you read these books? I'm like, what books? Like, I don't read books. And so, like, I had no idea. If you guys look at my wall now, you will see I have like tons and tons of self-development books. I am a book junkie. And I love books. I listen to the Audible when I'm driving. I will listen to something on the Audible. I read a book before I wake, or not a book, but I read part of a book like in the morning. I read some before I go to bed. So I am doing self-development every single day. And I really feel like that is what has gotten me out of my shell and really not so much changed my personality, but it's more made me know like what I want and what I'm supposed to do in this world and how I can help other people, you know, in this world. And so, so I have to thank this business, and it's because of self-development.
Well, that was actually going to be my next thing that I was going to have you touch on, because you're so good with self-development, and Emma's over here like, shh. And I feel like I've always been the type of person that, I want to be better at doing stuff like that. And I feel like with seeing you, you know, even like you posted a picture of a page the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to do self-development. But here's the thing, I need to do it more. If you don't make time for it, it's not going to happen. So I could sit here and tell you all of the excuses in the entire world as to why my life is so crazy busy, but I make time to do little things here and there. I make time to do things for my business. I did 2 videos, you know, today. I make time for those things because it's on my 6 list, and that's what I swear by. So if I want to be better about personal development and reading a book or whatever it may be, then number 1, I need to put a book by my bed. And number 2, it has to be on my 6 list, because those are 2 things that, like, once I get up in bed, I'm like, like I forgot the book downstairs. I brought it downstairs or whatever. And then if it's on my 6 list, like it is going to be done. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's just how I work. So anyway, so it's kind of funny. That was the next thing that I was going to have you touch on. So yeah. Okay, so let's move into how you are a complete rock star enroller this month. Now, the thing that I find so funny is that if you got somebody that you're talking to that's full of excuses, they will hands down tell you that December is the hardest month and you won't enroll anybody. And you could sit there and probably say, well, yeah, because it's Christmas and a lot of people don't have the extra spending money and whatever. So what would you say to those people that say, no way, December's the hardest month ever to enroll anybody?
So I say that is completely wrong. I think December is one of the busiest months. When I first got into this business, I got in around like November time. And so I was very new in this business, but my very first year of this business, I remember, so I was in it for a full year. And I remember somebody said, I heard it from another leader, it wasn't somebody on my team, and they were saying, November and December are always so slow. We're hitting our slow months. And I was like, that's crazy. And so I'm like, people like love spending money. But I'm like, okay, like people are saying it, like ambassadors are saying it's a slow month. I don't know who it was, but that was what people were saying. And so sure enough, like, because it was in my mind, it was a slow couple of months. Then January hit, and then February hit, and we got into our boom season. Well, then the following month, you know, I do self-development, and like, it is such a mindset. And so I told myself, even last year, I said, you know what, I'm going to make December not a busy month. Like, I want to promote to triple. And so I am going to make sure like I have the busiest December. And I think I enrolled like 15 distributors like that month. It was like the most distributors I've ever enrolled, and it was in December. And then so same this year, I really prepped my team too. They all know, like, I'm like, okay, you guys, like, even though like we are busy, like it is a busy, busy time, but that does not mean that we need to make our business slow. The reason people say that it's such a slow time is because people get so busy that they don't work their business. They make other excuses. No, I'm so busy. We have school functions, we have parties, we have holiday, we have work, we have this, we have this. And so they don't work their business. And so they make it an excuse. Oh, it's just a slow time right now, when all in reality, it's not a slow time. It's just people are so busy that they're not making time for their business. And so even my team knows, like I was, prepping them. I'm like, okay, you guys, like this time, like whatever we do, November, December, we need to push so hard, because that's what's going to follow it. That's what, however we end this year is how we start 2018. So we need to end this year super, super strong. And so it was literally, it's a mindset. So anytime I hear that November and December is a slow time, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, no, like, and if you think it is a slow time, then guess what? Then maybe double up what you're typically doing with your business. Or if you feel like it's harder to get customers or distributors because people don't want to spend money on their health and, a business, well, then talk to more people. This business, you guys, it's a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more people you're going to get. It's plain and simple. I mean, that's what it is. So yeah, so it's just a mindset.
And I love that too, how you say December, people are, spending money type of thing. I remember when I first started too, I remember hearing the summer, it's just a slow time of the year. And I was like, why? Like, people are in bikinis. Like, why is it a slow time of the year? Like, people want to use those body wraps and, yada, yada, yada. And it really is. Like, it's a decision that you have to make, that you have to be the one to be determined enough and not make excuses and work your business. So, yeah. Absolutely. Totally agree there. Okay, let's move into what you have done in order to sign these customers this past month. So maybe, obviously, we kind of just touched on you're messaging at least 200 people a day, hosting a post. I know that you've done that. And then something that I loved that you shared was the referral, how you're asking them when you get a customer, can you refer 3 people? So can you maybe go through some of those things that you're doing to give tips to those people that are looking for maybe something a little different to shake things up? And then we can kind of move on to chat with Carissa a little bit.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that's just like one thing. Like somebody, like I've had so many people say because the new thing is like the host the post. And yes, I do the host the post, but that's not how I've gotten every single one of my customers. I love the host to post, you guys. So if you aren't doing it, you guys got to rock it, because it's literally a really good way to not only grow your network, but grow your potentials list and get customers and distributors. But what I've been doing is, for one, you guys, like I said, it's a mindset. So I went into November and December saying, you know what, I am going to have the busiest month of the year so I can end this strong. The other thing I do is, like Danielle said, well, this past week I've not done any live videos because I've been so sick, but I like to do live videos, and I will do live videos because it gets your following up, and I'll even go in, and sometimes I don't even talk about it works, but I'll even take you guys just a little. I always get customers from this. Okay, so I will take like a box, like it works, like our shipping box, and I might not have even gotten a shipment that day. And I'll take a box and I'll just put random products in there that I want to talk about that day. I'll tape it all up and then I'll go live and I'll be like, I'm so excited. Like, I wanted to share my favorite products with you guys. This is what I get every month. And I will go and I'll uncut my box and then pull out each product and talk about it. I swear, you guys, I will get at least 1 or 2 customers every single time doing that.
That is hilarious to me that you do that you actually tape it up and then you go cut it. That's so funny. Yeah. I absolutely love that.
It's not like we get products, I get products, my husband gets his shipment, I get my shipment once a month. And so I'll probably do that maybe like twice a month. But hands down, I always get customers that way. So just a little tip for you guys. But I think live videos are really great. At the beginning of the month, you guys, I think I signed 15 loyal customers in 3 days. But those were all previous customers in November who wanted to sign up, but they didn't get paid until like the 1st of November or of December. So I was just following up like crazy. If you guys see my notebook, like I'll show you guys, it's just crazy. But I have probably like in December, so like every single day I probably have like 5 to 10 people I have to follow up with every day. And that was my goal, is that every day I'm going to do action steps. And so every day what my action steps lead to is getting more potentials. Because you guys know, whatever we do, like whatever we plant our seeds now, whoever we're talking to right now, typically they don't sign up right away. They're going to sign up in like maybe the next month, a couple weeks, or maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months, maybe even longer. And so that's ultimately my goal every single day, is to add at least like 5 new solid potentials to my list. So that's one thing I would recommend, is to, you know, have a goal every day. Like, I don't ever have a goal like, okay, I'm going to get 2 customers today. I have a goal like what are my action steps to lead up to those 2 customers? Okay. How many potentials do I need to get so I get those customers? So that's really what my goal is to increase my potentials amount, because you guys, the more potentials you guys have, the more people you guys have to work with. And just to give you an example of that, today I had 7, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people to follow up with. 8 of those people said, okay, Amanda, I get paid on the 27th, Wednesday the 27th. I want to order this on that day. I had those amount of people. Guess how many people signed up today? 2. Okay? So that just goes to show you, just because they say, hey, Amanda, I want to sign up this day, does not mean that they are. So a potential is just a potential. And so that's why I say have a huge pool of potentials, so that you have so many people that you are working with, so that you know when you have 8 people who say, hey, I want to order, you know that probably not all of them are going to order, but you could probably get at least a couple from them to order. So that is my goal every day, is to grow those potentials list. Sorry, and I get so sidetracked, so literally just cut me off if you need to.
When you ramble, it's a good thing. I like it when you ramble. So I'll never cut you off.
Okay.
But no, you're totally fine. I'm flipping my camera up because she's freaking out and I need to nurse her while we're Zooming.
Oh, you're good. So following up, you guys, is so huge. They always say fortune is in the follow-up. And so that's really, really huge. So I would say a lot of my loyal customers this month were literally people I talked to 6 months ago, or people I talked to last month, or some of them were new. And so following up is really huge. Every time I get a customer, you guys, this has been really, really huge for me too. So every time I get a customer, you know, I obviously thank them. Like, thank you so much for trusting in me, for being, you know, for being one of my customers. And I say, do you know 3 people who would also like this detox cleanse? So simple as that. Or do you know 3 people who would also want to do this system with you? And sometimes they're like, no, I don't. Or sometimes they're like, I'll think about it. But a lot of times they're like, yeah, you know what? I think my husband might want to do this. Or I think my sister might want to do this. Or yeah, you know what? My friend was just telling me she wanted to lose weight as well. So, and then I ask them, they're like, when they say like, yeah, I think I do, I ask them, okay, are they on your Facebook friends? And I will literally go on their friends list, add them as my friend, and I will send them a message. And I might just say, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, I hooked Danielle up with my amazing, weight loss system. She said that you were also looking to, that you also had some weight loss goals or whatever. And, would you be interested in more information? And so I've also gotten customers that way. And so, and I'll even send, if somebody refers me 3 or 4 people, I will even send them, I'll be like, hey, I'll give you a free wrap for, thank you so much for doing that. Here's a free wrap. I even had one person, you guys, she referred 4 people to me. And so I gave her a free product of her choice, or I gave her the green chews. I gave her 5 products she could choose from. She picked the green chews. And she was like, oh, if I refer you 4 more people, will you give me another product? And I was like, heck yeah, I will. Bring them on over, So asking for referrals is really, really, it's great. It's a great way to grow your network. And though they're their friends, so they trust that their friend Danielle just ordered the system. So now they trust that. So they're more up to getting it from you. So it works out really good.
That's a good way to put it too, that they trust that, because sometimes you could just be some person trying to like make a sale type of thing. So yeah, I like that outlook on it too. That's awesome.
Yeah. The other thing before I get to into like more of the details, you guys, you want to have the mindset that not like, oh my gosh, I want to get 10 customers this month or a number. You know, you want to have the mindset that I want to help 10 people. I want to I want to change 10 people's lives today. I want to help 10 people, make extra income this month, that kind of thing. So have the mindset that not that you want to get these people because it's going to increase your volume, but more that you want to help these people. And I guarantee once you have that mindset, your business will just take off. Every night before I go to bed, I will pray and I'll say, like, Lord, please send me people who I can help today. In the morning, same thing. Please show me, people who I can help today. And they end up just falling on my lap. So, I mean, obviously with work that I do, but I think that's really important to do. Okay, so the other thing, host a post, you guys. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit. If you don't know what host a post is, just comment below and I can kind of explain. But pretty much like what I do too, if somebody, I will I'll make a post saying, hey, who wants like a free wrap? I just got 10 in or whatever. And I'll have people host a post for me. What I do if there's even like a potential who they're like, okay, I really want to try the body wraps, but I can't afford them. And I know that they probably wouldn't be, I'll always ask them about the business. Like, hey, are you interested in making extra money? But what I do is before I ask them about if they're interested in making extra money, I ask them if they would host a post for me. And I don't say, hey, will you host a post? I say, hey, you know what? Like, would you want to get this product for free? I'll send you a post to, make on your Facebook. And if I get enough people from it, I'll give you a free wrap, or I'll, let you try this product for free. And hands down, they always do it. So that just helps, the more people that are hosting a post for you, it's awesome because it grows your network. You're tapping into their network, and you're tapping into their network, and you're growing your network. So it's really great. It's a great way to get not only potentials, but also like I've gotten instant customers that way. And again, when somebody is hosting a post for you, their friends are commenting on, their post that they just made. And so instantly they're trusting their friend making that post. And so instantly, again, they're trusting you because their friend is just the one who made that post. Does that make sense? So I think host to posts are great.
And I was just going to add there too, exactly what you just said is what I usually see from it. I can sign customers on the spot from it, but I feel like I grow my network by like, when I do a host to post, like on that day, I could grow it by 50 people that day. So yeah, I maybe only signed 3 customers, but I just grew my network by 50 people that are interested in the cleanse. So I'm going to add them to my hundreds list, and then I'm going to be able to follow up with them for the next couple of months or whatever it may be. So absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what else I do. I don't do any cold messaging, you guys. I either will message people who comment or like on my post, or if I know that I talked to them before, they're my follow-ups, or sometimes if I've never talked to them at all in my about It Works or anything like that, but I think that they'd rock this business, or that I've seen one of their posts saying that they're wanting to lose weight or whatever, I will reach out to them. I typically will do that like if I find somebody, especially to work this business, and I just like love their post, I'll reach out to them just very genuine and say, hey, I am just obsessed with your post right now. Are you familiar with what I do? I think you'd be awesome at it. That's one thing, you guys. I keep my verbiage very short and sweet and to the point. I don't fluff it up or anything like that. I'm very straightforward. And so I think that helps too. I do send out, you guys, so here's a thing that my team and I have been doing. And you guys, so I've gotten 86 customers this month. I have team who have literally gotten like who aren't like huge enrollers or anything like that, but they have gotten 40 plus loyal customers this month as well. So what I'm doing is very duplicatable. And the reason why like I feel like it's working really well is because we started implementing like this like messaging system, and some of you guys probably already have that. I never had that before. I have our team page and I have my individual group like leadership, like my diamond legs on chats. But now I have it, whoever on my team wants to come into this group chat, we're in a group chat, and every single day we do a power hour. So, but we split it up. So we will work all together for 15 minutes, you know, throughout the day for about 8 hours. And some people, and so I'm not working 8 hours like all, you know, I have 2 little boys. There's no way I can like literally be on my phone, especially when they're awake. But so I do it when they're sleeping, like when my little one is napping or at nighttime. And so what we do is, but what I love about it is we're all on this group, and I say, okay, round 1, let's go. I'm sending out follow-ups. I'm sending 25 people a follow-up message right now. Here's what I'm sending. And I literally will give them what I'm sending, because what it does is it helps other people get other ideas on what to send. And it keeps everybody accountable. And so that has been keeping me accountable because I've always been very consistent, and I've always been kind of, you know, I'll get anywhere from, I would say 5 to 8 distributors a month. And I would say about an average of like 15 to 20 customers a month. But since we've been doing this, like my numbers have increased. And so have my teams. And so I know, Jennifer, I love our power hours too. And I love it because you see other people. Jennifer is a major rock star. Jennifer, how many loyal customers have you gotten this month? Put in the comments. So anyways, so it's great because, you know, we can jump on, and it's a Monday, it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We don't do it on the weekends, but every single day we are working together. And I feel like that, you know, it helps so much, not only for me, because it makes me accountable for sending out those 200 messages every month or every day, but it's also my team. So yeah, Jennifer has gotten 44 loyal customers, you guys. That's nuts. So, you know, and Jennifer is also a Ruby. She's a total rock star. So it just goes to show, like, because some people will be like, oh, Amanda's been in this business for 4 years. She's, you know, a triple, and she's been in this for 4 years. Like, of course she can get that many loyal customers. No, you guys, anybody can do this, not just me. I have a new person who literally has been not even in this business, or she's been in this business for a month now. She got 17 loyal customers in her first month. So, you know, it's not just, you know, it's nothing I'm doing that is like special. It's just, we are working, and we're working every single day. It's not like, you know, I'm like, oh, today I feel like working, I'm going to send out 200 messages. It's every single day. And that consistency has brought that. And I don't spend all day working, you guys. Like, I have 2 boys, like, because I know it sounds like, wow, 200 messages, like that must take forever. It really doesn't. Because if you have a kind of a system down, then you can bust out 30 messages in 15 minutes. You know, that's kind of what we do. That's kind of like what we try to do. And so, but again, you guys want to grow your potentials list. You guys want to make sure you have a pool of your network. You want to grow your network so that you do have a lot of people that you can talk to every day. So yeah, I think that's probably about, I mean, I post obviously, follow-ups. That's about what I do. I'm sure all of you guys do the same thing. And, you know, I think it's just like doing it kind of in a more, like in a consistent manner, and then just doing more of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good, Chris. I was just giving the floor.
I have a quick question. So you said you don't send cold messages, which, but you said you're sending 200 messages a day. So I guess, like, who are those 200 people that you're sending it to then? Are you, like, going through your Facebook list, or, like, who are you sending those 200 messages to? Does that make sense?
So, yeah, I don't ever do cold messages. Whenever I add somebody to my network, they're obviously, you know, somebody I've never talked to about this business before, I will send them a message within 24 to 48 hours. I do not say anything about it works or the business or anything. All I say is like, hey, Carissa, thank you so much for adding me as your friend. I really look forward to connecting with you. Right away, you guys, that builds a bond. That builds a relationship. And I have so many people who are like, oh, yeah, like, I love your pictures, or like they literally are like my best friends, they think. And so right away that starts that. And then they go like, okay, who is this Amanda chick? Then they go to my profile, they check it out. I've gotten instant customers that way too. So, you know, they might be like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to try those wraps or, you know, whatever. But so those are the only people I will ever reach out to right away when I add them. So the people I message are going to be like follow-ups. I will do like people from like the host to post. I will message like the people who, from like my A to Z list. So like, you know, that might be like, so at like 10 o'clock, I might be like, okay, I'm going to send out 25 messages from my A list, and I'll go down and send out my messages. A lot of those people I had talked to before. If I have not talked to them about this business before and it's been a while, then I might message them, say it's been like a while and we've been interacting. You know, I might send them a message and just be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, we have this amazing special going on for Christmas. You know, would you be interested in more information? I make it very personal for those people who I have. I mean, I try to make it personal anyways, but even more so with those people I have not reached out to. But so my A through Z list, follow-ups, host to post people, the people who like or comment on my post, I'll reach out to them. So you'll be surprised, like, how many people, especially when your network is, you know, is huge, you'll be surprised at how many people you can, like 200 people is nothing. So that's kind of what I do.
Hey,
I love that. Oh,
no. Sorry. I'll also do, before I forget, I'll do like, I'll be like, okay, I'm messaging people who, my current loyal customers who have perk points to get volume up, or I'm messaging my declines right now. So it's just, you know, it's just talking to people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I want to do a quick little shout out. I see that Carrie Young is on, so, and she's a little over there active in the chat. So I wanted to give a little shout out to her. Thank you for being on, Carrie. She did have a couple questions over there, which are great questions. So I was wondering if there's any way that you could maybe walk us through one of your conversations that maybe you've had. I know that you've shared screenshots and stuff. So if you could just walk us through, and maybe show us how those conversations go. Maybe do something like that.
Let me see. I'll do one from today. Do you want me just to read it to you or actually like screenshot it?
You can just read it to us. That's fine.
Okay, let me find mine from today.
Shh, Parker. Sorry, Krista. We kept cutting each other off.
No, you're fine. No, while you're finding that, I love that you message them right away, because then like that just cuts off the cold message, because then you already have a relationship with them anyway, so you can go message them later. So I love that.
Yeah, it helps so much. Okay, so here's one from today. She was actually a referral, and her friend got the detox cleanse, and so I said, hey, Tony, Susan just ordered the detox cleanse for me, and she said that you were interested in it. Would you like more information on it? So I will always repeat, like, even though I know that they're interested in the detox cleanse, I always repeat that. And then she said, sure. And then I just gave her like a brief, you know, explanation of the detox cleanse. I said, okay, awesome. I have an amazing herbal detox cleanse that is gentle. I can even post this on here. It's a 2-day system. You know, I kind of go in the details, and I say, I'm looking for 6 more people to be a product model for 3 months, and I'll give you my discount pricing. Is this something you would be interested in? So it's literally just a short paragraph about what the detox cleanse is, but I'm looking for 6 more people for 3 months. Would you be interested in this? And then she says, what's the cost? And I said, oops, sorry. Okay, I said, so it's normally $55, but for this, it's only $36. As a customer, I give you my personal discount on all the products for life. A loyal customer simply places their order today, one in January, one in February, to unlock my huge discount. Do you have any other questions, or would you like me to place an order for you? She says, so is it a cleanse for 2 days, a month, or what's involved? And I said, yes, it's 2 days. And I kind of like tell her, you know, exactly how to use the cleanse. So just another short paragraph. She says, is there a commitment after the 3 months? And I said, there is no commitment after the 3 months. You will always get my discount pricing, and you can continue to order. let's see, whenever you want after the 3 months, and you can get discounts on all my products. Okay, I would like to purchase. How do I order? And then this is the key, you guys. I typically sign up my customers, but because some of these people I don't know right off the bat, like if they're on my Facebook, I will sign them up. And even here, this is what I say to them every single time. I give them the option. So I say, okay, awesome. I'm super excited for you. I can order it for you. I just need a little bit of information, or I can walk you through my website. Which would you prefer? And she says, website's good. So I give her the steps of literally, okay, here's my website. 1, click shop. 2, do this. And then I say, are you on my website? I literally am making sure that I am walking them through that. Because I want to make sure that they do it then and that they get it, that they do it right. She says, yes, I'm on my website. I say, great. And then I saw that her order just popped up. So that was that one. Do you guys want me to read another one, or is that literally, guys, that's how my conversation goes on every single one of them. Like,
what's one that's like not a referral?
What's that?
Does that make sense? I said, what's one that's like not a referral? Like, do you just ask them to be a product tester? Like a message, that we all have, I guess.
Yeah, let me see. Like one from like one of my posts.
So yours is literally just like host to post referrals, or if they comment. You don't, after you message them like, hey, thanks for that, blah, 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 you never go back and message someone if they never commented on your post or anything like that?
No, I will. Like, I'll go through my A to Z list, and I might say, and I'll say like, hey, or if they're like a follow-up, I might say, hey, I know that you were interested in the detox in November. Are you interested in ordering now?
Got it.
Like, I did a bunch of follow-ups today, like saying, hey, I know that you were interested in the detox, at the beginning of the month. I'm placing some end of the month orders. Would you like me to get you ordered? But it's when they say yes, like, or when they want more information, my information does not stray from that. Like, I pretty much, all of them will look exactly the same. And then if you look at like my team too, theirs are going to look exactly the same as well. So you're going to know, like I kind of know, like when somebody is, when I'm talking to somebody, I kind of know, like when I say something, I know what their next response is going to be. Like I already can predict like what they're going to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. You just have a system down and you already know what their response is going to be and then what you're going to say back.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing, you guys, so I use like little systems that makes it so that you can send out those messages faster. So like I'll do like the keyboarding. If you have iPhone, I do like the keyboard text replacement or whatever. I literally have every single product. So if somebody is like, hey, Amanda, what does the hair, skin, and nails do? I can literally just type it in and it just gives them the paragraph of what it does. So it's, it doesn't take me a long time to send out my messages.
Well, yeah. And I was actually going to even add too, I was going to ask you if you did this, because when I read about your host to post, hang on, he wants a cookie and that's the only way he's going to be quiet right now. All right, go sit down. When I read how you did the host to post, I did it and I was like, oh my God, like my phone is blowing up. Like I'm literally typing the same thing over and over again, like da da da. And I went, light bulb, like I'm copying and pasting what I just sent to her and I'm sending it to her. And then so I ended up like taking a break and I set it all up with text replacement. So I have like, hey, interested. And I would just like, it would just be like the one line because I literally was saying it over and over again. And then when I did one for hair, skin, nails, I did the whole thing over again with hair, skin, nails instead of cleanse. So like normally 72 was my text replacement. It would be normally whatever for the hair, skin, nails. Do you do other host to post ones? I know you always do the cleanse. What other products do you do it for?
Well, this month I've been doing the cleanse because of the holidays. And I say like my holiday detox cleanse. And so I've done that. But I just have done that one. You can do any product, fat fighters, you can do hair, skin, and nails. I feel like any of them are good, What I'll also do, you guys, is I'll shout people out. I don't tag them in it, but like when I have a post and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for 10 people to use my holiday detox cleanse. Every time I get somebody to do the cleanse, I'll be like, okay, I need, in the comments of my post, I'll say like, okay, I need, or I'm like, only 9 more spots. Thank you, Carissa, for, placing an order. And then on my next one, I'll say 8 more spots. Thank you, Danielle, for placing an order. Because it's going to, people be like, oh my gosh, people are really like ordering this stuff. It creates that urgency for some reason. And then I'll get people like, oh my gosh, like, do you have another spot for me? So I always like to do that too.
Awesome. I love that. That's great. Carissa and Carrie, if you guys, have any questions or if you guys want to, share anything, I'll give you guys the floor.
I'm so
There's
excited.
a couple questions in the chat box, so go ahead and check out those.
Carrie Young, I just want to let you know, ever since I joined this business, you have been such an inspiration. I love following you.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that like you're my friend on Facebook, but you've never messaged me before.
Uh-huh.
Which might not be likely, but before you actually started going through your Facebook list, like give me an example, because I'm doing the whole, have you seen that girl where you print out your Facebook list?
Yeah.
And you, like, I'm doing that.
Okay.
And like we're asking them to host posts, you know what I'm saying? Like you ask them a question, but is that what you're doing? Or are you going through and just asking them a question? Or are you actually like saying like, hey?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll do like some, I'll do that too. Like I'll go through like, so if you go, but I won't go through like my A through Z list like that. I do like the people who are active on Facebook, I'll do that. I'll like go and be like, cause I know that they're active, so they'll get back to me right away. So I like to do that. But as far as like my A through Z list, I don't, but I mean, you could, you definitely could. I don't print out my list because I'm not that organized and I don't even know how to do that. I literally will just go through my A through Z list. And when I have potentials, I'm a writing down person. Like I'll write like a potential down in my like December, potentials. So yeah, but definitely like, so if you're doing like A through Z and you're asking them, hey girl, I have a question, that is just as good as like, I would say, is if you were to do an active. And I probably will do like my A through Z list like that, but I've been so busy like with my active ones that I haven't ventured to that yet.
Okay, wait, I missed the first, what are you saying you're active? What are you saying?
Like on Facebook, you can go to Messenger and you can see who's ever active, like who is on like that, like then right there. So I will go and I'll message them. Like if I want to do my host to post, I'll go and message them, hey girl, I have a question. And they're going to get back to me right away. Whereas if I go to my A through Z list, it might take them a day to get back to me. It might take them, 6 hours to get back to me. So I go to my active list to do it.
So then what do you, keep going, Carrie, sorry. Oh, no. So what do you mean by A through Z list? Is that product testers then?
It just depends. A lot of them I've messaged before, so it could be like when I go to their name,
Follow-up.
Yep, or it could, yep. But if it's not, if they're like my monthly follow-ups, then yeah, it's just like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to do my cleanse, or it's a generic message, yeah. Yeah.
I posted some of the.
That is genius.
I posted some of the verbiage in there. I don't know if you saw it or not. Just if people wanted to copy some of that, I got that from you. So I just figured I would share it, and then people can reword it and change it around. But yeah, I call that green light messaging. And honestly, when I was doing it and it was working for me, I didn't even have to go through my A through Z hundreds list because I was so busy with green light messaging. So I totally agree. So as you guys are talking and you guys ask more questions, I'm going to share some of your verbiage from what you say after, hey, do you want more information about the cleanse? Yes. So I'll share some of that stuff that I have up right here.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and I think that, I like the green light thing too. I think that it's just, it doesn't really matter where you're finding your people to message. It's just that you are talking to people every day. Like I said, this is a numbers game. Just like in any, like, I know we say we're more of a share business than a sales business, but this is a sales business. Like, it is. Like, we are in the sales industry. And so any kind of sales, you know, it is talking to people. And so the more people that you talk to, the more people that, you know, you're going to get. And so, yes, we don't sell to people, we share to people, but we still need to make sure that we're asking people and we're talking to people. And so that's kind of my, like, you know, I thought, you know, if I can do, because before I was like, okay, if this amount, if I'm saying if I'm reaching out to 50 people a day and it's given me X amount of loyal customers a day, what if I reached out to 200 people a day? How many loyal customers is that going to give me? You know what I mean? So, and when you do that over and over, it's going to, you're soon, like now it's led me to, you know, getting those 86 customers this month. And I'm excited because I know it's not just me doing it. My team is doing it too. And so I'm excited to see how next month goes and the following month goes, because I know the first month I messaged 200 people a day, I didn't get 86 customers, you guys. I got my 20 customers. You know, but then whatever I did that month, it paid off in November. And whatever I did that month, it paid off now in December. So that's kind of how it is. So don't get discouraged when you're doing this and you're like, okay, why am I not getting this amount of customers? You know, the compound effect, it is going to take time. It's going to, you know, and it's just going to, you know, whatever you're doing is going to go into the following month. So that's why we say, you guys, consistency is key. Like, you got to do this every day. Even when you don't want to do it, you got to do it. And I will literally, you guys, I work from my phone and my computer, my little laptop, and I'll put on like a Netflix, like little show, and I'll literally just bust out messages with my team. And I don't even know what half of the time is going on with my show, but you know, it's just nice to have like that background. And so it's just that consistency, I think. Do you guys have any other questions? I'm trying to look under here. Oh, Danielle's still just putting the verbiage. Yeah, and I would say, you guys, I sign up a lot of my customers. I just make sure that they know it's going to be January, February, and March that they're getting their products. You know, I make sure that it's detailed, but I try not to scare them with our little customer. Like, I'll have people be like, okay, like as soon as I give them the customer, like they don't want to order. And I'm like, okay, well, send me the verbiage that you're using. And a lot of times it's like, okay, well, you need to do an auto shipment for, you know, 3 months, and the $50 membership fee is waived, and there's no commitment. But if you don't do the 3 months, you're going to have the $50 fee. Like, I'm like, okay, whoa, like, you know, so it's about the verbiage that you guys use too. So, for sure, you guys can copy that verbiage and see if it works for you. You can change it up so that it's a little bit more you, but yeah, I mean, I think definitely keeping things short and sweet and to the point helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I like your verbiage, how it was this month, and then you're very specific, January and then February. Some people even say 2 more months or whatever like that. You know, it's not overwhelming to them, and it really lays it out for them. And some people, if they're interested in a couple of things, a couple of different products, I even laid out for them, hey, listen, you can really get the cleanse this month. And then you and I were talking about hair, skin, nails last month. Like, you can get that in January. And then, you know what I mean? Whatever, lay it out for them. So absolutely.
Yeah. Somebody said, what do you say when after you first add them? So after I add them, I would say within their first like 24, 40 hours or like a week if I get busier, but I try to keep it like within the first couple days. I just send them a quick message to say like, hey, Danielle, thank you so much for adding me as your friend. I look forward to connecting with you. And that is it. And a lot of times they're like, yeah, I do too. Or, you know, they'll be like, oh yeah, like, you know, your family's cute, or, you know, I mean, it's always so pleasant. I don't think I've ever had anybody rude back and be like, why did you add me? You know? So they're always pretty nice.
I'm just going to walk through real quick the text replacement for anybody that hasn't ever used text replacement. Guys, this has been a game changer for me. So for an iPhone, it is under settings, and then you go to general, and then you're going to go to keyboard, and then it says text replacement. So when you go to text replacement, then you can see all, you know, the different things that you have in there, and you create them on your own. So, okay, hopefully that helps. Hey, are you using just Facebook, or are you using Instagram as well?
I do just Facebook. I need to get better at Instagram, but I do mostly Facebook because it's kept me so busy. I haven't haven't really like dabbled. I mean, I have like, I would go back and forth with Facebook and Instagram, but Facebook is my jam. Like I love Facebook, but I will like this month I have not done Facebook at all. I've done posts, or I mean Instagram. I've done posts with Instagram, but I have not done anything else. Just Facebook, yeah.
Good question. Do you have them post a picture with the cleanse post in the comments?
Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. So it just depends. Like if I feel like somebody's like, well, I don't know if I really want to like host it for you, I'll just have them do the verbiage. I don't have like them do the picture. But I feel like the picture is really great because it gives a visual. So I like to do the picture if you know, if they're willing to. Yeah. And if I do, how are you growing your network on Facebook? Just one second. So for like in like the hair, skin, nails, like host to post, I'll do like a generic, like a pretty picture of like hair and say like looking for like hair models, you know, or something like that, or mermaid hair, something like that. I don't do a before and after picture. How are you growing your network on Facebook? So I have literally grown my network to, I mean, because I've been in this for 4 years, you guys. So I've grown it where I got to 5,000 people, and then I literally went through and deleted like 2,000 people and like grew it back up. So, and I feel like that's really important to do because you'll have people on your Facebook who literally will never order from you, who will not join this business, and you don't need them on your Facebook. They're just taking up that space. So I grow my network through, when I first started, I would grow it through friends. So I would go say, you know, I had a friend, Sarah, and she had tons and tons of girlfriends or whatever. I would go and I would add her girlfriends to my Facebook. I would go to my customers and I would say, hey, I would ask them for a referral. Hey, do you have some people I can, you know, add to my network who would also like, you know, this detox cleanse or whatever. You can go and search. So you can search for people in certain areas. So you could go Seattle, Pike's Place, you know, or whatever. And you could see the people who went to Seattle and Pike's Place, and you can add those people to your Facebook. But now what I do is, I mean, I try to add people like every day to my network. And so, because it's really good to, you know, obviously you want to grow your network. Another way is just out and about, like blitzing, or, you know, out and about face-to-face is another way to grow your network. Events, you guys, I love doing events. That's another way I got in customers this month is events. I love doing events, and that's another great way to grow your network. You go to events, and as soon as somebody comes to the, you know, I add them to my Facebook right away. And I say, hey, do you want to be entered in to get, you know, a free product? We're doing a drawing for a free product. Whoever, you know, gets added to my Facebook is going to be in the drawing. And so I add them to my Facebook right away. So I would say, however, I mean, it's so easy to grow your network. You just add people to your network. You know, you find people on Facebook and you add them. I don't add males, but I just add females. Yeah. That help, hopefully.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to think how else I grow my network. But I would say pretty much that I search for people. If somebody like say, say like, you know, those little like ad things that pop up, like the clothing ads or whatever, I'll go on there and add the girls to my network. Groups, you guys, is another great way to add to your network is groups, fitness groups. I'm in a bunch of like bar groups because I love, not like drinking bar, not like workout bar.
Nothing.
Like bar, Pilates, that kind of stuff. And I'll add those people to my network.
I'm not making any noise. I'm just sitting here.
Hang on.
Dogs, you guys, I have a boxer, so I add boxer people in my network. You guys, just anybody you can, add them to your network. And if you decide that they're not going to be somebody who you can help, just delete them. It's super, super easy.
Yeah. I ended up posting something I'm in, of course, newborn. So there's like breastfeeding groups and stuff like that I'm a part of. I posted something about, I just got real. I posted a picture of her and posted you know what? Breastfeeding is not easy. The first 2 weeks are so hard. And I just got real and like shared like my heart kind of thing. And I ended up adding over 50 people in that one day just from that post. And people were commenting. I was friend requesting people even if they liked it, but that's still filtering through that one page. And I'm still going back and seeing who hasn't accepted it. And I'm like undoing it and then friending them again if they haven't seen it or something. So, you know, don't be afraid to join groups that, you know, that are of interest to you, and then being real in them and kind of sharing stuff that's going to, you know, interest people. So, and then connect with them that way.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that that's key is like building, like what Danielle said, like building those relationships and like interest. And Liz said, so when you add them, thanking them to you know, for connecting, then when you reconnect with them and introduce It Works. So a lot of times, like I am commenting and liking, I'm building relationships with them. A lot of times they're going to comment on my stuff. They're going to comment on my post, or they're going to message me. So a lot of times it's them reaching out to me. And even if they like, you guys, even if they like my story, or if I see that they have viewed my story, I reach out to them and I say, hey, I saw that you know, checked out my story. Would you be interested in, you know, the hair, skin, and nails, or whatever the story was about? Would you be interested in making extra income? You know, stuff like that. So that's a great way. But a lot of times if they like, or if they even just simply like on my page and I've never talked to them about It Works before, that gives me the green light to go and message them. And so I literally take advantage of that and I message them. But as far as that, I don't bring it up unless, like I said, like if we've been connecting for, you know, and we've been building a relationship for say a month or so, 3 weeks to a month or even longer, and we have never brought up It Works, they've never liked any of my stuff, I will message them and I just might say, like, if we have a special going on, or, you know, or I might make it my own special or whatever, and I might say, hey, you know, Carissa, I just wanted to reach out to you, and I use their name. Hey, Carissa, I wanted to reach out to you and let you know, I don't know if you've been following my stuff, but, you know, this is a huge promotion going on right now, or this is a huge sale going on right now. You know, would you like more information? I don't ever message them and say, hey, girl, I'm looking for 4 product models. You know, would you, you know, I try to make those messages, if I have not connected with them, I try to make them even more personal. So by using their name, and also by like saying, you know, this, you know, I want to let you know that this promotion is going on our detox cleanse. Would you like more information? You know, it's the holidays and something like that. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Carissa, do you have anything else that you want to add? Are you good to go? Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to do this. And you are a rock star. I absolutely adore you and really appreciate you taking time to share your tips and everything with all of us. So I will get this in YouTube so that we have a link so that you guys can have that. And then I'll get it to all of you guys so that you can share it with your teams as well. So Thank you so, so much. I love you, girl. You're the best.
Having me. Love you too. You guys, I hope that this brought value. If you guys have any questions, you guys can always reach out to me, or but I'm not doing anything special, and I know you guys can all do that too. And so it's just, you know, just take those steps I gave you and then just, you know, crush 2018. I'm so excited for you all.